There we go. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Wow, I'm not. I'm not being too successful with this stream here the last couple of weeks. So what happened was I started messing around with my settings a couple of weeks ago and completely jacked everything up. Bottom line is I need to put some time into it and get it fixed. And I haven't done that. So yeah, that's where we're at. But it's that time of year, you know. It's the holiday season, and everything gets insane, and there's no time for anything, and it's nothing but flashing lights and noise, and yeah, it's pretty much hell on earth for somebody like me, but it's all good. We'll get to January somehow. We'll make it. So, obviously it's December 1st, right? So that means it's time to figure out who won the November raffle. Sorry, I am multitasking. So yeah. Oh, hey Jeff, it works! Yay! What a pain in the butt. So it used to be I used to just open up OBS and hit start streaming and it would go. And so now it's making me regenerate a new key every week, and I don't understand why, but I'm not gonna deal with it right now. So anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna do the drawing and check everything out. So first, let's look at the entries, and then I'm gonna go through the entries one by one. There's only 9 entries. This is the first month we've done this. I'm not sure what to expect with it going forward, but it is what it is at this point, and that's fine. We're trying to grow the channel here and just try and make it fun for everybody. We're bribing you. That's what we're doing. We're bribing you. But anyway, let's start here. Let me go to my so there's 9 entries, and entry number 1 here is, I believe this is probably the Airfix Mustang. I'm not sure. I could go look at the email. I should have wrote some notes, but I didn't. Anyway, this was sent in by Brett G. Many of you may know Brett. He's got his own channel. Great channel. Good guy. And does some good work. And this is a Swedish P51. And I think this is the Airfix kit. This is probably the Airfix kit that he's building on his channel right now. I'm gonna bet, but I could be wrong. So anyway, that's entry number 1. Let's see here. Entry number 2 is this. This is a Firefly, right, Steven? So this was sent in. Let me get to my. Come on, computer. My computer's doing a backup right now, and I can't stop it. So I'm just, this is kind of like a perfect storm type of thing. There's just all this crazy stuff going on right this second. Yeah, Stephen H. Very well done. Always good to see armor. We don't see armor. I love armor personally, and I do build some of it. I'm not... So, yeah, I don't know if this, what kit this is. I'm pulling up, let me pull up his email, and let's see if the email will load. This backup process is just killing my system. I run Linux, and right now my processor time is like above 7. It's supposed to be 1. Right? So that kind of tells you where we're at here. All right, November. So this is Stephen H. and sent from his iPhone. It doesn't say what kit it is here. I'm looking at trying to see. I'm suspicious that it's a Academy kit, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell. But love Israeli stuff. Love IDF stuff. Can't go wrong with IDF stuff. Okay, that's entry 2. And number 3, this is sent in by my buddy Keith L. He's out of Albuquerque, long time modeler. Him and his brother both. And so this is what he wrote me was it's a 132nd Mustang done up as the 172nd scale monogram P51B. This looks to me like the Ravel kit. And I don't know what other 132nd P51B there is out there. But I can't tell you how many of these old P51Bs I built as a kid. I imagine a bunch of us did. The 72nd scale one and the 48 scale one. I'd love to get my hand on at least one of the 148 scale kits. I'm, as most of you know, I love the old monogram stuff. So if I could get a hold of a couple of monogram P51B, 48 scale P51B kits, that'd make me happier than I am now. And that might be what's known as ludicrously happy. I don't know. So yeah. Let's see here. So that's key century, and that's really cool. And another thing that's cool about this is you may remember Ravel did the A20 in 72nd scale, and it had you could do a Havoc or a Boston out of it, the US or the British version, and the US version had the desert camo where they just took and painted patches of the sand color over the olive drab, and anyway, so I have a couple of the AMT 48 scale kits that I plan on doing that with. So I plan on doing that Ravel paint scheme on there from the Ravel 72nd kit on the AMT 148 kit. So I get where he's going with this. I think this is cool. This is definitely cool. And if that is the old Ravel Mustang, that looks pretty good. It might not be. It might be a trumpeter kit or whatever. I don't know. Looks good though, Keith. And this is this Scott? Whose is this? This is Scott. Scott B. Scott is local to me here. Him and I belong to the same club. And this is obviously Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. And I don't, this is probably what, the 72nd scale Bandai kit? I'm guessing. I don't know. Let me see what he says. Advanced TIE Fighter, finished. The Falcon is behind it. It was done last month. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, and he's got other pictures of it on the stand here. And, yeah, looks good. So he's got the Falcon too. Anyway, you know, just for time's sake, I'm only posting one picture of each build. And I think I said that when we started the contest thing, and I just take the first one in your email. So sorry if this isn't the picture you'd have picked, but that's just easier for me. And that's what it's all about, right? So yeah, nicely done, Scott. Nicely done. Kevin M. out of Texas. This is, let's see. If I know Kevin, this is going to be an Edward kit. And I do know Kevin. Yeah, Edward P400, Guadalcanal. Now, for those of you who don't know, that look at this and go, that's a P39. Well, you're right. Basically, P400 was an export version of the P39 with different armament, I think was the only real difference. And as a lot of things happened at the beginning of the war, the aircraft orders and stuff that were being sent overseas to other countries got repatriated for various reasons. And so there we are. And with this, you know, I would guess these were probably going to England, and the British decided they didn't want them. And I'm just going off of that by the camo pattern that's on it. I don't know. I do have a P39 book I could find out, but that's not going to happen right now. So, well done. Kevin's a good modeler. Kevin does some really great work. So, yeah, everybody's done some pretty great work so far. And next up is, whose is this? Lee. It's Lee F. out of Kentucky. And this looks like an old Aurora Chaffee or something. Is that what it is? I don't know. Let's see. What does it say? It doesn't. Latest build. 72nd scale M24 Chaffee. Wow. 72nd scale. Awesome. Little. So this is, what is this? Is this Hasegawa? Oh, so not only is it 72nd scale, this is old mold 72nd scale Hasegawa armor. For those of us that have been around a long time, that have done 72nd armor in the past, there was very little, and it wasn't of the greatest quality, to be honest. It's not like some of the 72nd armor kits that you see now that are just unbelievable. The detail level and stuff that they're putting on 72 scale armor kits is pretty incredible. So anyway, there we are. That's it looks like my backup stopped, or it sounds like my backup stopped, which is good. So anyway, so yeah, Lee, very nice. Apparently my brother wants to talk to me. I'll have to talk to him later. Moving on. Where am I? There we are. Michael B. I only know Michael from Facebook. I've seen a lot of his stuff on Facebook. He does some pretty nice stuff. I don't. Not sure. He might do commission work. I'm not sure. Anyway, and so this is. Let's see if he says what kit this is. This is Hasegawa 48 scale Kittyhawk Mark IV. So the Mark IV is the K then? I'm not sure. Oh, an N. So the Mark IV is the N, late, and this happens to be a late N because it has the huge greenhouse canopy on it. Looks like Australian markings. Yeah, looks really nice. Really, really well done, Mike. Really well done. I'm love P40s. Two things I have lots of favorites, but my two biggies are P40s and P47s. And I always say P47s are my favorite, but honestly, it's a pretty close race. I think the P40, in my opinion, the P40 does not get the credit it deserves by any means. There were a lot of them, and they were everywhere. And it's kind of like, that whole, not kind of like, it is. It's the whole idea of, maybe it's not the best tool for the job, but when it's the tool that you got and it's good enough, it's good enough. And so, yeah, I really have a lot of respect for the P40. And, it's a workhorse. It's a workhorse. And like I said, they were everywhere. They were everywhere. I don't know how many thousands of them were built. I want to say 13,000, but I don't really know. But yeah, looked good. I would have almost guessed that was 32nd scale, but I have not built the Hasegawa kit. I don't think. I still have a stack of the old AMT Ertl Amtech kits and some MOV kits, and I think that's about it. But very nice. Well done, Mike. Well done. Next. This is Ken H's P61. And this is the 72nd scale Dragon kit. And it is pretty fantastic. Hang on a second here. So this is actually somehow something got skipped. Let me see. Yeah, sorry. Let me hang on one second for me here. I need to go here and open this up. And for some reason, number 8 didn't get in here. Give me 1 second. Let me add this. Add file. I have these numbered in order because I'm using a random number generator. So it's important, in my opinion, here to get this in here. Why is it not showing up in the list? Hang on. Hang on. Why does it not show? Oh, I know why. Rename. Because Linux, for those of you that don't know, is case sensitive. Now let's add files. Sorry, my phone's going off. November. There it is. There it is. Open. Okay. And let me push this up. 1. Okay. Sorry, Bob. It didn't import your picture because I used capital letters in the suffix rather than lowercase. So this is Bob's MiG-3. And let me pull up his email here. Bobby, this is Allinger Models MiG-3, Moscow Air Defense 1941. Now, I went and looked this up because I had never heard of Allinger Models. So I did go and investigate. And if I remember right, this is a 72nd scale kit. I am really interested in how good of a kit these guys produce. So Bob, if you feel like sending me another email at some point and letting me know if these are good kits, I mean, it looks great. I would, if it's 72nd scale, it's not really in my wheelhouse, but I am interested in. I'm always interested in new manufacturers, and especially Eastern Bloc manufacturers and stuff. Eastern Bloc, is that still a thing? Can I still say that? Am I dating myself? Yeah, so I'm definitely interested in that and what that would be. Anyway, how it is how they are as a new manufacturer. Okay, so that's entry 8, and then moving on is Ken. So this is Ken H's 72nd scale P61. Ken actually built this for the Shutter Ace Spring Night Fighter build. And I think for him it ended up being the Fall Night Fighter build. I'm just pulling your leg, Ken. I'm not real big on schedules when we're doing group builds because to me it's just about the group build and everybody having fun and finishing but man, this is a piece of work. This is knowing that this is 172 scale and looking at it and seeing some of the other pictures that were put up on the group build page. Pretty nice, pretty fantastic. I'm actually getting ready to build the old monogram kit, and I have some extras for it, and I'm planning on doing either a crash / derelict / maintenance kit. I have the original monogram kit. I do not have the Shep Payne pull sheet that was in the original kits. But those are available online, and so I'm kind of thinking something like the Shep Payne B25 diorama, but with the P61 kit. I don't know. We'll see where we end up. But I have built the P61 kit when I was like in high school or junior high, somewhere around there, and it's excuse me, it can be a booger. But what a great airplane. What a great airplane. So that's it. So there's our 9 entries. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to pull up my thing here. So let me, this is going to get kind of ugly, but I'm going to go to the desktop here, and here's my spreadsheet, my random number. So what I've done here, and I'm just telling you all this so you know this is all in the up and up, is so I have a function here that will pick a random number between 1 and whatever I put in this cell. And then I got the same thing here for this cell. So November and then December, and I've already got the sheet done for next year. So this 1 is just in here as a placeholder. So here's what I'm going to do. We've got 9 entries. So I'm going to put a 9 in here, and it's going to generate a number. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that number and paste it back into that square so that it gets rid of the function, because what'll happen if I leave the function in there is it'll regenerate the number the next time I open the spreadsheet, and I don't want it to do that. We're going to run this one time. Whatever it comes up with is what it comes up with, and then that's what I'm going to paste in there so it's permanent. Okay? So here we go. 9, enter. Number 5. So let me copy. See how it's still got the formula up here. Paste, special, number. Yes. So now it's just a 5, okay? So I can change this all I want. It won't matter, but I'm not going to do it. Number 5, I'm going to save the spreadsheet, and I'm going to close it. And we're going to go back to OBS, and number 5, who was number 5? Where are we? OBS. Workspace. No. There we are. Okay. Contest. Number 5 was, who was number 5? Let's see. Let me look at my inbox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that Kevin? That looks like Kevin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kevin Malloy. Kevin M. With your Edward P400. So I don't know if I have your address anymore. You've probably moved since the last time I've sent you something, if I've ever sent you anything. So what did Kevin win? For those of you that don't know, Kevin wins I get the face cam up here. This guy. The Raffle boxing of the old monogram A26 being Vader. Cool. Great. Congratulations, Kevin. It's all yours. I'll get it off to you sometime. I don't have a box. I got to find a box. I don't have a box this big. My wife just did all the Christmas decorating, which means there's a bunch of empty boxes stored under the stairwell right here. Maybe I'll steal one of hers. But don't tell her. Right. So hey, that's it for the first raffle, the first of many. I have a list of kits, that laid out for me to pick from the raffles. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for next month. Full disclosure, most of what I have are aircraft. I do have some other stuff, but you're probably going to see mostly aircraft. But yeah. So hey, that's it for this week. I actually haven't even had dinner yet, so I'm going to go take care of that. And yeah, there we are. So let me get my ugly face off of here so you can look at the winning picture here. There's looks great. Now, to be clear, this is a raffle. You just saw it. You just saw how it works. It's a raffle. It's not really a model contest. But your picture is your entry. So if you want to get in on the December contest, what do you got to do? Send in a picture of your latest completed build. And we'll do it just like this. If we get, as time goes on and we get more and more entries, I'm not really going to have time to go through them one by one. And that's okay. That's a good problem to have. But for right now, we'll do it this way, and we'll go from there. So, hey, welcome to December. Get out there, build something. And as always, take care of the people you love. Bye now.